great to see all of y'all here this evening. Thank you for sharing your night with us. I grew up in a very Catholic family. My grandfather went to seminary. My grandmother is always by his side. My daddy, in Catholic church, we have first readings, second readings, things like that. My daddy was an usher. All of my uncles were readers as well. And coming over to this family, I'm a refugee. So I was born in May, came over here in June. Mother put me in a sandbag and cut a little hole in it, and then we escaped. So we came into this land of opportunity, and we didn't know anyone, right? However, in this land, you have people that will help you, right? So Daddy worked a very long time. And he worked his way up to management, to leadership, a position. And knowing where we came from, there are other refugees coming over to the country. Daddy, being the oldest, he had certain responsibilities. The oldest child had to take care of the parents, had to take care of the other siblings. So at one point, we did have uncles live with us, aunts live with us, and then people that were not my aunts and uncles. So Daddy's role was to feed people. He was in a place where he could give people jobs because he earned that leadership position. He was in a leadership place where we had sponsors in the church. And so if people come over and if they want to be part of the church, Dad would give them a role. If they needed a place to live, they had a house, our house. If they needed food, if they needed clothes, if they needed a ride, they can come to us. So I learned that these were very important teachings to me. And I know that I need to do the same thing. Because if God could do it for a refugee child, God could do it for anybody. I know that I wanted to be a surgeon, okay? And I'm from Savannah, and in Savannah there is not a medical school, so I had to travel. And I know as a refugee child, my mother nor my father went to college. And I didn't expect Mom and Dad to pay for my college. But here, you can make good grades, and college will be paid for. So I earned scholarships. Mercer was one of the schools that I got accepted to. I went there. However, my mother said that's too far. It's 3 hours away. Mercer is in Macon from Savannah. So for me, I learned that I had to be an obedient child. My daddy, he would come anytime I asked him to. If I wanted to go home, he would come pick me up. It doesn't matter. But in my head, I was thinking about my mother, because you have to be obedient to both parents. Otherwise, you're a bad child. So I listened to my mother, and I transferred to another school that was closer, the Medical College of Georgia. Changed my degree to be a nurse because I was the only person that would be in school for such a long time, medical school and residency and fellowship. So I changed to be a nurse, and it's a great career. I transferred from Savannah to Georgia to be a contract trauma and surgery nurse. And in trauma, you see people on their last breath. They're coming into the OR with people pumping their chest. They're already operated on. They're clamped up. They have tourniquets. They're bleeding out, and you save them. So why is it that God spared this person? Why is it that I'm able to be a part of something to save somebody's life over and over, day after day? While I was over at Grady, I was asked by my director to be the chair of the operating room council. Here, you make decisions based on research. Later on, I became chair of the nursing research evidence-based practice over at Grady. And I loved it because I love learning. However, what my director didn't know is that she would have to answer to me. Okay? What is your project? What are you going to work on? If you need help, I'll be happy to help you. If some other of my colleagues, of course, everybody knows that the lifestyle increases, so they want raises, right? So you have to do projects, and if you have difficulty, I'll be happy to help you increase your salary. You can call me in the middle of the night. It doesn't matter. That's my role. I know my daddy did it for other people, and so I could do it too. I am an introvert, a very shy person. I know I'm a Catholic, so I went to search for a Catholic church. However, this Catholic church had services in 3 different languages: Nigerian, Spanish, and English. So I understood 1/3 of that service. But I need to find a church that I could understand everything. Here is Vinings. I came into Vinings and I understood everything. Okay? And it is a very community-based church. We want you to do things. Elizabeth got me at this door, welcoming people here into the atrium. I was the person at the other door, welcoming people to the church. I was part of the cafe, running the coffee. I was part of the production even. I was here when we were doing COVID. We had to shut down and had to do things not in person, but virtually. So I was carrying around a camera, running all over the place to get every footage possible. So, also, I was asked to be a stage communicator. Here I am nervous. I'm really scared. However, I got coached. I was like, I will if you coach me. And they didn't do this before, but if you ask, it should happen. And it did happen. And here I am today. And being involved and in serving little ways, it matters much because God blesses your efforts. I have worked on the children's vacation Bible school, and I was on the ground playing with the little kids, and all of a sudden I stood up and got hit on the head. I got a little scar, but it's okay. It's coverable and it heals, and that's all right. But now I am the facilitator for the women's small group. And again, I said it before and I'll say it again. I've got the best small group. I do. There is family here. I've got Janice, my black mama. I got Susan, my white mama. I have Alyssa, Stephanie, many family members here. And you can call me anytime. Lisette is here as well. So in these little things, these opportunities to help and to serve, they are small groups, but eventually you will become the leader of large groups, the community where you work and where you are. I'm serving locally, on the state level, and nationally and worldwide. So whatever you feel that you're struggling in, don't struggle. Just reach out to somebody. We could always help you. We are the same. Although we're in different bodies, we are the same. The more that we speak to each other, the more you find yourself in other people. So thank you for having this night.